Hi, Dorcas. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm so glad to have the chance to talk to you about your amazing project, your journey, and the impact of TPP in your life. Thank you again for being here.
Okay, thank you so much, Milena. I'm so happy to meet you today. And I just want to, before I start, I just want to say a very big thank you to the Pollination Project and you in particular for believing in us and for bringing us this far.
Thank you, Dorcas. It's a privilege for us to be able to support incredible change makers like you. So let's start this conversation. And Dorcas, could you tell us a little more about where you grew up and your early experiences that shaped your path?
And so I grew up in Bolgatanga, is in the Upper East region of Ghana, and it's one of the areas where poverty, gender inequality, and limited resources for women and girls are deeply felt. You can feel that there are high number of teenage pregnancies and other problems limiting the growth of women. So as a child, when I was growing up, I saw how my mother struggle and other women, even though they have tried their best, work so hard, but they still struggle to even provide a food on table for me. And me in particular, on my mom's side, she struggled a lot and she could provide a food for one day without having hope of what we will eat tomorrow. Seeing all this and also witnessing that several girls in my community drop out of school because they do not have access to capital and their parents are unable to support them realize their dreams. So this has strength and has also, this experience has shaped me and helped me to dream that provided wherever I was born, I can still change the status quo and I can challenge myself that wherever that you are born, opportunities can emerge from such area. And my journey has not been so easy. There were moments where resources were very scarce and what to even lean on, there weren't any hope. But all this growing up as a young girl tells me that I don't have to grow up with this to grow old. I have to change my community. I have to change my mother and I have to change myself. And that has shaped my experience this far.
Wow, Dorcas, that's so beautiful. And how did Asige begin? I mean, what did the very first steps look like?
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful question. Asige began as a simple but powerful idea. And so I started Asige in 2017. That was the very beginning that we started. That was the actual starting of Asige. Even though we registered in 2016, 2016 we were still battling on what to do. So the actual starting of the basket project was in 2017. But I started Asige as a result of my giving back, my passion for giving back to the community. And this came true with the scholarship I got from the MasterCard Foundation at Camfed, and also a research program that I have recommended in the community that we work currently, Sombrongo in the Upper East region. I was posted at my university together with other students to carry out a research program. So at the end of the research program, we identify unemployment among women and young people in the Upper East region. And so now to translate the research program into the project that we are doing today was when Asige started the basket program 2017.
2017. So 2017 was when you got the first TPP grant. And I was wondering, how did the pollination project support your early work? Yeah.
Yeah, so the role of the pollination project came at a time that we had the vision, we had the passion, and we also had the community support, but we had no resources. So that was the time that we started the project with nothing to even buy the materials for the women to weave. So that was the right time that Pollination believed in us and gave us the grant. First of all, they gave us $1,000 and they said, okay, we will give you 500 at the first, and then when you implement, then the second batch of 500 will come. So we started with $500, and the Pollination Project actually helped us because it helped us to buy our first set of materials. So our first set of materials was realized through the grant. And after the first set of materials, we were just few women, less than 15 women, and we were sitting under a tree with the Pollination Project. We started less than 15 women and we're sitting under a tree, and we bought our first material. We were just weaving. After weaving now, where to get the market? And again, Pollination Project did something. They have opened up a Facebook group for the guarantees. So this is where we got our first international customer.
Wow.
She was also a Pollination Project guarantee. So she reached out to us and said, we like this project. We like the basket that the Pollination Project posted on their page. How can I buy it? And that was where we broke through into the United States market. So she came to Ghana, bought the basket, sent it back to the US. And that's where today we have a market in US. And today, as I'm speaking, we are in so many communities. And I can say that TPP, that's the Pollination Project, gave us something even more powerful than validation, because their belief in Asige told us that our work matters a lot, and that this little initiative in Northern Ghana had a global significance, because Pollination Project spotted us first before any other support to come in. And they also showed us that we are not alone fighting for women, and we are not alone fighting for change in the community. So that alone has sparked and helped Asige to grow from a small grassroots idea into an organized force for change for the world today.
That's so great. Dorcas, you're a force of nature. I mean, Asige has grown in incredible ways. And could you give us a sense of where the organization is today? I mean, you started from 15 women under a tree in northern Ghana, and now you are all over. You are in the US, you are in UK, so outside Ghana too. So how many people, how many women are working for you now?
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. So where Asige is now, today Asige has grown into a strong and trusted organization, impacting the lives of multiple communities across the Upper East region and beyond. So we started with less than 15 women, and now we are working with over 450 women across 7 different communities in the Upper East region. And most of these women were on the streets. But for now, these women now sit in their communities, they work, they earn decent income. And some of these women kids are in the university, some are in high school, and they are able to support their families. Quite apart from that, we have also been able to support hundreds of girls through scholarship, menstrual hygiene program, and mentorship initiatives. So far, we have made and distributed over 8,856 sanitary pads for girls to stay in school. And this has helped rural girls who would have dropped out of school to be able to complete and then move to university and now chasing their dreams. And we know very well that they are going to also graduate, come out to also change their communities. And we have also enrolled hundreds teenage mothers and other school dropouts into vocational skills training. 50 of these girls have graduated, opened up their own businesses, and also helping others, whilst 50 are still under the training. We are currently, if you visit our website, we are currently giving out scholarship, and we have 5 girls under the scholarship program who are moving now from level 200 to level 300 of their university education. So this wouldn't be possible without the Pollination Project. Quite apart from that, we have also had our basket. We're selling in 0 countries before pollination project. And after the pollination project today, we are selling in over 15 countries via retailers. And we have also opened a branch in the UK by myself, because I went to the University of Edinburgh to do my master's. And after my master's, I opened a branch in the UK. So we are operating in 2 countries, Ghana and UK, and are currently a guarantee member of the World Fair Trade Organization.
Amazing, incredible. Hi, Dorcas. We at TPP, when we choose to give a seed grant, when we choose to support a change maker like you, for us is an act of faith, is an act of trust, because initiatives like yours are the very beginning. So, but you were able to transform that little seed that we gave you into a beautiful tree. So amazing. Thank you. I think there will be some change makers listening to conversation today. So I'd like to ask you, now that you transform Asige in what it is today, what advice would you give to a young woman with a similar vision and background, perhaps at the beginning of her journey, like you in 2017?
Okay, yeah. As I said earlier, Asige has become a safe space, and we have become an economic engine, where a platform where women and girls are rewriting their futures. And so my advice to other change makers out there is that just start, especially if you are operating a grassroots organization or with women. Begin with wherever you are and begin with what you have. Your idea does not need to be a big idea for you to start. It's to just be meaningful, and make sure that it is consistent and it is very authentic. Like you said, it has to be a true story before someone can invest in you. So if you have that true story, always be transparent. It can carry you very far. And do not let lack or fear of resources silence your vision. There will be challenges on the way, but your passion, community connections, and your resilience will guide you. Lean on the people that you have, the connections that you have in your community, and listen to the people that you serve. Listen with hope and serve them with courage. Now, my suggestions for people who are seeking or applying for grants from the pollination projects or any other projects that they might be applying to is that you have to be clear and be honest about the problem that you are solving. Funders listen to genuine problems and passion, community-centered solutions. So start small, show your impact, even if it is little. Send it to the donor and let the donor understand that this is the difference that they are making. So even pilot success, you can open doors for bigger opportunities. We started with the pollination project in Ghana, and today, Asige is just for the world. Asige is not just for US, it's not for Ghana, but it's for the world. So tell your story, share why your work matters, you personally, and then to the community. And I would also encourage my colleagues out there to form partnerships. Partnership work best when there is shared values. If pollination project had not come into partner with us to support us and believe in us, our ideas wouldn't be a project today. Our ideas wouldn't be a force for change today. So your idea, no matter how small it is, it can change one life. If it's worth one life to change, continue to pursue it. Thank you.
What an advice. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Dorcas. And just to close this conversation, I would like to ask you what's next for Asige. I mean, where do you see you and your organization in 5 or 10 years from now?
So for the next 5 to 10 years, we are looking forward for Asige to be a global movement. We have Asige in the UK, Asige in Ghana. Our next step may be Asige in the US. And we are selling currently in 15 countries. We are looking forward in the next 5-10 years to be in 50 countries. And we are looking forward for the communities that we serve that no girl should stay in the house. Every other girl has the opportunity to be educated. And every woman in our community should have a decent income and a decent life. And Asige is the way forward. Thank you.
Oh, Dorcas, thank you. Thank you so much. Your journey reflects the power of courage, community, and compassion. We are so proud at TPP to be part of your story and very, very excited to everything that's ahead for you and for Asige. Thank you again for being with us. Ciao.